Hello everyone, and welcome to an all signs reading using an interesting tarot deck that I've never used before. So it will also double as a review of the deck that I thought would be more interesting by interacting with the deck by having a love reading with it. Please hit like and subscribe if you enjoy the video. Here's the back side of the card before I move on, and I have to say there is something that goes right to the brain when you pick up a deck, and even the back sides are giving you this really beautiful energy. And so I really like the back sides. I don't know how that has to do with animals so much, but there are animals on it. And let's make sure that I do a really good I want to make sure they're nice and shuffled well, right? They shuffle really nicely. I like the size of the cards too. I don't have the biggest hands in the world, so it always helps to have that. Now I'm just going to do a couple of hand shuffles real quick and get the reading started here. Okay. Oh, interesting. Oh, hang on. You know what? I might have shuffled them since it's a new deck. I want to make sure I didn't shuffle them all in the right direction and end up having... Let me make sure I mix them up a little bit, because I was afraid that they're all going to come out upside down because I didn't make sure I shuffle them in a way that they're up and down. Yep, that's exactly what I did. Okay, so let me fix that right now. And let's see if I do it this way. Yeah. This will definitely solve the problem. I gotta make sure. There's nothing worse than realizing that you've shuffled a new deck so many times and it's just all the right side up because you didn't flip them over. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, wow. Those are beautiful. Wow, okay. I'm definitely feeling the animal energy now, but definitely need to move these a little bit too. Make sure. It'll give you a chance to kind of look the cards over and get a feel for them while I'm moving them into view. They're a little long, so I guess I have to make sure I use the whole area here. Okay. And the overall energy. Oh! The devil. And you know, what an interesting... Here, let me show you the devil. The devil. No, that's not the devil. Okay. And it's actually kind of an... it's just a little kitty, you know? It's just a little kitty. But we know what the energy of the devil is about. But let's start with the lovers here. Look at swans, the yin and yang. Oh, I love it. It's so beautiful. This suggests that we're dealing with a soulmate here. Whoever your person is, it's definitely a soulmate. Now, it doesn't always mean what you want it to mean. It can be about... having a richer experience here on life because this person could be about, pushing each other to be better people, not necessarily always finding your way back to each other, that sort of thing. But you know what? In the best possible scenario, you are. The Magician. You're a powerful manifester. You feel that you can definitely bring about circumstances to get in union with your person. The Three of Swords. Let's look at this card a bit, because I'm used to that, Rider-Waite picture with the with the heart, being broken by three swords, but it's never really meant what it means to a lot of people. And I think this card is actually pretty representative of how I see the Three of Swords. There's one for you, one for your person, and then there's something else. And I don't necessarily think it's a third party. It can be a third party, but what it's suggesting to me is that there's a problem. there's trouble in paradise. Um, yeah, the bones have been picked over. Definitely not paradise here. So, but it also suggests to me something more social, because a two is you're having that one-on-one. What I think is that, in this particular case, your person just wants to avoid more social situations to interact with you in. I think they prefer to be more in a more one-on-one type of situation. So I don't even think that the third sword is about something that's wrong. I think it's just suggesting more about the social nature of coming together, because sometimes people are more comfortable getting to know you in a crowd versus the one-on-one, but some people it's vice versa. The Knight of Wands. Well, this tells me who you are more. So you're somebody who, let me bring this up here, because this is a review also, right? So you're somebody who wants to come in swiftly with a lot of passion. And while you can be a very mature person, your energy towards the energy you have towards your person, you're manifesting them, and you want to come in with some passion. And I think you want to think about the consequences later. It's probably because you believe in this, and you're not as worried about it. So it's not a matter of you, jumping off of a cliff, not knowing what you're doing. I think you do, but it is that type of energy that you're working with. The Ace of Swords suggests this. I'm sorry, but this doesn't. It's so cute, but it's almost adorable, and it's like when I think of the Ace of Swords, that's not what I'm thinking of, but I love it. I love it. It's a different energy. But the Ace of Swords is definitely about starting in with some communication. So even though you have tendency to want to come in that way, you're holding back. See, this is upside down. And how you're really going to approach it, even though that's really the way you would go about it, if all things being equal. I think you're going to play it smarter, and you're going to come in with some communication. And you are going to make that move. The Ace suggests that you're going to make the move. Okay. Oh, the Hanged Man. This is an interesting, how to represent animals for all this is always an interesting journey, right? So, in the Hanged Man energy is about, is that a spider? What is that? But yeah, I'm sure they hang around a lot in webs. in webs they've weaved, but I don't think that's what the Hangman is about. And while some people see it as being like stuck energy, I don't. What I see is that you see your person as being very capable of seeing things from unique perspectives. I don't think that that they would ever be satisfied with a blanket answer, black and white. I think they need to understand things on a more. They could be more spiritual in nature, which is good, it's because you're here. You're a little on the spiritual side, so and that spiritual side could just be about. It doesn't necessarily mean that someone subscribes to a particular religion or faith or whatever. It could be just the way they are, about love, They could just be all about the love, right? And you're also, besides a Knight of Wands, you're a Queen of Swords. And that's so cute. You know what? A Queen of Swords is someone who is very strong with keeping their own counsel, and getting to the truth and logic of something is definitely done more on a one-on-one basis. You guys are both mirroring each other in that sense of needing the one-on-one discussions, right? But again, you're not going to take that approach because this is in the reverse. So you're holding back that part of you. And here again, we had the Ace of Swords, because you knew you weren't going to come in with that passion. What you were actually going to do is come in with some communications. Well, here we have how the Queen wants to approach it. And I want to say that this is, you know, how they're going to start things, the Ace of Wands, but it's also upside down. So while this Queen of Swords is thinking it's better to approach this way, there's still some hesitancy to approach on this level. So I think you're really gonna be approaching from the Ace of Swords with the communication. The Wands is more about passion, so I think you're gonna hold back a little on the passion out the gate, anyways. So and that's probably wise. That's probably wise. And then the Four of Pentacles. You see your person as perhaps trying to stay still and not make any sudden moves. The Four of Pentacles usually comes up because a person is really kind of oversaturated and too many things coming at them, and they just kind of want to sit still with their own resources and just be quiet for a little while. And you see your person as that. Now, why the Devil is the overall energy? Let's take a look at this. Since the Devil is a different picture here, you know, because I'm having to take into account what I know about the cards from Rider-Waite, but I'm also looking at these pictures saying, you know, what is the squirrel doing, you know, with these pentacles? And it, you know, and look, there's a reflection in the water, so it's not like the squirrel is doing anything other than being reflective here. You know, it may be a squirrel, but it's still doing that, right? So the Devil in this situation is got to be reflective of, I mean, it's not the usual toxicity, because we have a tiger who looks like it wants to come out and be and scare you, but I think it itself is more scared of you than you are of it, right? So I think that you want to show your person that you are really tough, but I think you're hiding the fact that this person affects you as much as they do. But sometimes that's the dance you have to do early on in a relationship, because you can't come on too strong and say, I need you. No, no, sorry. I don't know if it's appropriate to make fun of these situations, because honestly, I've been there before, and I don't take it lightly, because that's a very real situation, and I never want to minimize it. I like to make fun of things in general, but in no way is it actual minimization of it. Finances and career coming into play, and you know, it kind of stands to reason that Four of Pentacles, you know, a lot of times, you know, in the Rider-Waite, people see a miser. I don't see a miser in that picture. But I could see how focusing on what they have right now and sitting still could be a matter of focusing on finances and career. And by the way, even though this is a review for this deck, I'm actually doing a real reading, and I generally use the Romance Angels to do that. Attraction for the angel advices. So, you know, I really feel like, you know, you're manifesting your person, and you're very attractive to that person. And that's kind of like a no-duh. And to express your love. Okay, expressing your love. Right here, you're coming out with you know, being more into the whole communication thing. But you guys are soulmates, and you are going to get to a point where you're going to get to express your love. And there you have the reading portion of this. And I want to take a second, since for those of you who want to explore the deck a little more, the rest of you, you know, please hit like and subscribe, and let me know if you have any concerns that you need to put a dislike for. I'm always up for constructive criticism, but I'm going to show a few more cards here for those who are interested in the deck as a whole. Okay, here's the Ten of Cups. I'm just going to pick some random cards to give you an idea. Isn't that interesting? That's a beautiful underwater scene, right? And let's see what else comes up. Oh, huh. I was like, what is that? It's a tortoise. And that is the Nine of Pentacles. I will tell you that this deck does stray from the Rider-Waite quite a bit. But, you know, you can always use the meanings of, this is the Tower. You can use the meanings of the Rider-Waite, but I really like the idea of mixing it up. Like when I saw this picture here for the Devil, it changed the energy. So, oh, here's a great one. The Ten of Cups, you know, perfect union, having family. Aw. I love me some penguins. What can I say? Let's see. Oh, well, this is cute. Reminds me of Charlotte's Web or whatever. Let's see. This is a Queen of Pentacles. Oh, I guess, what do they call it? A pig and, I don't know. But, yeah, this pig's got it all. Alright, let's see what else pops up. Let's see if there's even an ugly one, maybe. There's so many pretty ones, it's hard to say that anything is particularly ugly, but you never know. What is this? I can't even barely see because I don't have strong glasses on right now. What is this? Ah, Ace of Pentacles. And there's like a little beetle trying to climb onto the pinnacle. Oh, yeah, that's the little engine that could kind of card, right? Oh, now here, this looks trippy. The High Priestess spinning a web. Now that's a completely different energy than I'm used to thinking of the High Priestess being in. So, you know, there's some of these things that are really far, go far from what, you know, they stray far from what I would think of as the energies. So, like this one. What is this? King of Swords. Okay, I gotta pick one last one. There's so many, but I definitely wanted to give you an idea of how this works. Okay, I like this one. I'll leave you with the Emperor. And I have to say, that is an interesting pick for an Emperor. I could totally use that energy to talk about the Emperor. Alright, till next time. Just remember, hit like and subscribe. Bye.